Welcome everybody, Don Giannetti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. We're going to look at some food shots today. The assignment over at Lighting Essentials free workshop. We're doing a free workshop since this COVID thing has put everybody behind and putting everybody into staying home. We're kind of doing a fun little thing where we're really working out the kinks and doing free workshops with free reviews, etc. And this is the food workshop. This was from images from class 7, close-ups. And that was the whole deal of this assignment, is to get in really close, macro-like with food and show us something that we've, rarely ever get to see. Coming in close can be a really wonderful way to explore design, texture, shape, color. It's just amazing. Let's start with this great shot by Bonnie Mitchell. We're going to show you the lighting setups first, and we're going to talk about them. Then we're going to go and show you the photograph, and then quickly back to the lighting setup so you can see how it was done, how it was conceived, and how it came out. So Bonnie's using window light with some direct sun on the window. You can see the pattern of the sun out there. It's really pretty bright. She's put diffusion over it and softened that light. She's in very, very close with a black card behind it. The angle of the camera says the black card isn't really there for much of anything except to keep all that extraneous light back there from becoming a problem on her surface. The angle of the camera says she's going to pick up some surface here, and she didn't want it to be too bright. So let's look at the photograph now. Really, really pretty. The light from above, the area on the diffuser that was coming from above, really gives a nice shape to all these things here, these little pods. And Bonnie went for a super shallow depth of field with just this one little bean in focus. Everything around it just kind of leading into that area here. A really beautiful shot. Let's go back and look at the lighting. Isn't that nice? Very simple. Window and diffuser. That's Bonnie Mitchell. Now, if you're like Carmen Blake and get to live in Antibes, France, you have this beautiful window in your studio, like Carmen does, and it's an overcast day, and she lives where her studio is on this little very narrow road, so the light just bounces between the buildings here most of the day. This allows Carmen to come in really nice and close, use that open window as a back side light to the set, and using some folded material and some cinnamon sticks, she ends up with this beautiful photograph. It's very difficult to even tell the dimensions of it. Are these tiny? Are they logs in a forest? It's really, really hard. She's using some focusing stacking here. Focus stacking going all the way back here, keeping this whole area nicely done and in focus, and I think it's this great texture in here that really adds to the shot. So again, this is just simple window light, just very simple window light, and a very good talented photographer working with that window light to make this shot. Isn't that beautiful? Daniel Frank's a photographer over in San Diego. Daniel is as Carmen is also a Project 52 member. And Daniel's got his 2x3 softbox in really, really close to the set. Very close. It's like sitting right down on top of it. And the reason is he was shooting a single blackberry. That close. A single blackberry that close. The blackberry isn't out there on the set right now, but if it was, it'd probably be about that big right there. So not a very big image. Daniel's down really, really, really close and uses 36 focus stacked images to bring us this single tiny bit of a blackberry. Without the focus stacking, even at f32, it would be very difficult at this magnification to catch all the depth of field of this. So it's a very carefully applied technique and just ends up being just fantastic. Isn't it just beautiful? We lose all thoughts of scale. We get to see all this color. It's really, really cool. And that condensation is just the condensation from taking the blackberry out of the refrigerator and getting ready to shoot it. This is all these bubbles, these little lines of water, these little bubbles of water are infinitely small, folks. That's one little bud of a blackberry, so just super, super tiny. That's Daniel Franks over in San Diego. Denise Coleman is working with a window light behind her set, so she's shooting into the light, backlight, and a diffuser. She's got some material set up here, as you can see, to block the light just a little bit, to give some more dimension to the tops of these things. And she's working with the composition and that backlight to get the shot she wants. What you're missing here, if you can't see it, you can barely make it out. This is very shiny aluminum paper, and it comes inside these cookies. It's the packing material for these cookies or crackers. You'll find it in coffee bags, you'll find it in these crackers, but it's a very soft, shiny aluminum. It's not a bright, shiny, chrome-looking aluminum. It's duller than that, and it makes an incredible fill card. Just an incredible fill card. The light working with that fill card gives us a pretty amazing photograph. So we have backlight catching all these edges here beautifully, showing all these little hairs and the detail of this cut kiwi, and then we have that great light from the side. Look at the highlights on the seeds. It's coming in here beautiful. Look how fresh the cut kiwi looks, and that's Denise Coleman with her backlight window. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You don't have to use window lights. Sometimes you can use strobes. And here we have Joe Costantino shooting cookies with strobes. Got a big light above it, flag to keep the light off the back. He wants a black background, so he's keeping this flag there to keep the softbox from filling that up. The softbox, as you can see, is angled forward. It's not angled straight down, it's angled forward. It's angled up towards the photographer. He's got a whiteboard here and a whiteboard there, just kind of really filling in up front, but keeping that light off of his blackboard behind really makes a difference. Just lets it go dark. All of this looks really good in here. Look at the beautiful highlight on top of the chocolate. Isn't that amazing? You can see it. Isn't that amazing? It's just really, really beautiful. Obviously in so close on those cookies that it's hard to figure out what you're looking at when you first see them. Mark Lund's working with a strobe also, and working with a light straight into his white ceiling to provide ambient fill. So he's setting up his ambient fill here. He's setting up his main light down here. Scrim with a box behind it coming across the candies. The tops of the candies are reflecting this, but the scrim is keeping all the shadows up a little bit, and you'll see a very subtle difference when I show you the image here in a second. But this is a very good way to control your ambient light, control the shadows, is to set up that main ambient, leave it there, and then just shoot about 1 to 2 stops brighter than that. Here's what we got. So while the main light gives us this great beautiful highlight across the top, that other ambient light keeps all of our shadows from going way too dark, as it would be if that ambient light wasn't there. So it's really, really beautiful. It's delicately done. And Mark is a master retoucher. If you've ever shot chocolate up this close, you know it's not that clean. In commercial photography land, though, we got to have absolute excellence. So Mark did a beautiful job lighting this and doing the post-production. It's just a lovely shot. Look at his lighting again. Isn't that great? So this is Mark Lund in Columbus, Ohio. Joe Costantino, upstate New York. Denise Coleman, who is new to the class, new to the workshop. I'm not really sure where Denise lives, but beautiful shot of Kiwi. Daniel Franks over in San Diego. Carmen Blake in France. And Bonnie Mitchell, also a new name. So we got some great close-up food shots here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you're interested in commercial photography, check out my class, project52prosystem.com. We're really working hard to provide the kind of training that you need to go off and be a photographer. And I'd love to have you contact my members or join us on a webinar. Watch below. There's a webinar coming up on Friday, November 27th, if you're interested. And you can come on and ask some questions of the current members. It's affordable. You'll make your money back before the end of the class for sure. It's not that much money. But my goal is to get you out there working and get you out there making some money as a commercial photographer. So again, thank you for coming along. And if you like this kind of stuff, hit the like button and we'll put some more up for you. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.